Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm ACated and this is my build. In today's video, we're going to be building a Del Sol Valley mansion specifically for celebrities, although that's usually what the Del Sol Valley mansions are for. I'm specifically making this one for a celebrity family that I have made for one of my gameplay series that I'm going to be doing in the future sometime soon, maybe, I don't know. I'm not entirely happy with how this ended up. And by not entirely happy, I mean I'm not happy with how it ended up. It feels a little bit not like what I was going for, but I already built it. It already took too long. This video took like 3.5 hours to build. Not this video. This build took 3.5 hours to build, and it was a bit much already. So I'm not gonna redo it. I might redo it sometime in the future if I really decide it's a problem, but I think it's fine for now. It's fine how it is. I think it's okay. I would like it to be a little different, but this is how it is. I think that's just what that's what I get for not preparing. So next time I will prepare. I actually started building this before Royalty and Legacy came out, and if you saw my last video, you would have known a little bit about that. So yeah, I've built the palace in my last video. I built that after I built this one. Just because I thought it was more relevant to the pack, and also I just wanted to build it more than this one. This one is, it's okay. I already said that, but I think it's just because I'm not very good at doing at modern builds. I'm better at doing more historical kind of builds, or not things that are so geometric and stuff, just because I don't know, it just suits however I build better. And yeah, I think I just need to get better at doing these sort of modern builds. Anyway, so this mansion is supposed to be for a celebrity family, and the celebrity family I think is 4 Sims, although I put another bedroom in there, and I wasn't, because I didn't have any idea of the family beforehand. I was kind of just building. So the family has 4 Sims, so the last bedroom I think could just be a guest bedroom or something. It's already plain enough, so I'm sure it's fine. Although one of their children has a really small bedroom and the other one has a really big bedroom. I think that's a little weird, but it's probably fine. So my initial inspiration for this build was kind of like a modern minimalist LA kind of vibe, which is basically what this is. The thing about minimalist for me is that it's hard to do minimalist because I like putting clutter and stuff and lots of detailed decorations and stuff. So when I don't have that, I don't know how to make that look good, because I just end up putting more clutter and stuff, and then it just looks kind of cluttered because it's supposed to be minimalist. I don't know, I can't speak. Anyways, I could have probably done a more like a Mediterranean kind of style for this build, but I didn't really feel that was right, just because I feel like this family wouldn't live in that kind of house. I feel like they would live in this kind of modern house, but I don't know, maybe that would have been better. I know I would have been able to build that better. Anyways, I should stop talking about how I don't like the build. It's not bad, it's fine. It's not that bad. Anyways, so yeah, modern, minimalist, LA kind of vibe, very rich people. I was imagining kind of like these people would go to like that one grocery store in LA, the one that's really expensive for no reason. I actually want to build a few things in Del Sol Valley, and by a few things I mean I just want to fill up the entire thing. It's what's interesting about these small worlds is that they're easier to fill up, so then I can build just a few builds and then it's full, and it's like, okay, great, the entire thing's done. While with a bigger world it's like, oh, you have so much to do. But also, I also wish there was more to do. I'm very disappointed with Del Sol Valley. Not because it's a bad world. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is a bad world, but what's there I like. It's just that what's not there is something that I really, really miss. I have most certainly mentioned this before, but I am still disappointed that Del Sol Valley does not have a beach neighborhood. Not only do I think it's just so fitting to have a beach neighborhood because of the whole California LA vibe, but then also it's like a bridge in between the gameplay, because right now there's only 2 places your Sims can live in this LA world. You can live in the poor suburbs area, or you can live literally in the Hollywood Hills basically. And I feel like there should be somewhere in between, like for example a beach neighborhood, which is for your rising celebrities or something, or even just literally anyone else. I don't need anything else in this world. I just need a beach neighborhood that has at least 3 lots. That's it. That would have been good, and yet they did not do that, and I'm very disappointed. I get the whole thing that Del Sol Valley is more Hollywood rather than LA as a whole, but still, I think it would have been such a great opportunity, and they really missed the mark on that. I think this was during that period of time in which the lots and the worlds weren't very good. Although I do like a lot of the worlds from this time. Like, I do like Del Sol Valley. I do like Strangerville. Although Strangerville's kind of small and the builds are kind of but I do like the world a lot. It's one of my favorite worlds. Del Sol Valley would be one of my favorite worlds if they had a beach neighborhood, and they don't, so it's not one of my favorite worlds, although it is a world that I quite like. But yeah, I just feel like they should have had a beach neighborhood to go in between the poor neighborhood and the rich neighborhood. And I don't know, that would have been cool. And then also you could have put like maybe a community lot there. So like you could have had 2 houses and then a community lot. And then we would have just more room for stuff. And I think that would have been cool. I'm still disappointed that we don't have that. I feel like that's just a very cool thing that we could have had, and we don't have it, and I don't think we're ever gonna get it. So it's very sad, but it's okay. It's whatever. I do want to fill up Del Sol Valley with some more buildings and stuff, so I have some ideas for commercial lots, and then also maybe some ideas for the residential lots. So of course there's the mansions, and then there's also some suburban houses, and I'm probably going to put an apartment complex kind of thing in the Mirage Park neighborhood, or whatever it's called. And in the Hollywood kind of neighborhood, I want to put a bunch of commercial lots that are both replacing the existing ones that are there, and then also adding new ones. Like, for example, in that little park, the little park area, the really small lot, I'm thinking about putting like a little cafe / market kind of thing. And it is slightly inspired by that one grocery store in LA, which I forgot the name of, but slightly inspired by that. I think it would be cool. Let me know if I should make a video about it, just because it's a really small lot, so it probably won't take that long. And then also, I feel like just making videos about everything gives me no time to actually use it, because in the gameplay series, I'm thinking about using it. What I'm probably going to do, and I mentioned this in the last video, is that I'm probably going to make the commercial lots as I go. So maybe when we start the series, we're just going to have the houses, and then as I go, as the episodes go, and we're going to go out to different commercial lots, I'm going to make the commercial lot, make a video about it, and then make the gameplay episode about it, and then have my Sims go there and visit it and do all their stuff there. And basically, I'll just use the commercial lots as they're available as I build them. For some small lots, I might not make a video about them. And also for like suburban houses, let me know if you think that I should make videos about my suburban houses or not, just because I feel like no one's interested in them. They're not usually that interesting. They're just normal houses, and I don't know if it's worth the effort of making an entire video about them, but then also it feels like a missed opportunity not to make a video about them. So I don't know, if you have an opinion on that, let me know. If not, that's fine, but I would appreciate any comments or whatever you have, so be sure to do that. I'm not entirely sure how my gameplay series is going to be structured. I'm probably going to do it so that either I focus on one family per episode, or maybe I go to every family per episode and kind of just do similar stuff. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do this. Might just wing it and see how it goes, just see what to do, what happens. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, and if you're excited to see the series, let me know in the comments, and if you have anything to say, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to look at it. Speaking of comments, I am very surprised that my last video, the Brightchester Palace one, the last video's build, became my most popular build on the gallery so far, and it has beaten my most popular build for a very long time, since 2021, which was a suburban house. And I think it's more fitting that a palace be my most popular build rather than a suburban house, just because that feels weird. But it's okay. But anyways, I'm very thankful for that. So if you downloaded that build, thank you very much. And if you watched the video, thank you and more. And if you subscribe, I'll thank you 3 times. So if you're subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And I hope you like my content. Anyways, let's talk about the build a little bit. So right now I'm doing the living room. It's just like a big area. And usually I have trouble with furnishing such big rooms and stuff, but I think for this one it was fine, especially because it was supposed to be minimalist. But also, I think I put too much stuff in there, so I don't know. I'm not very good at minimalist. I think I should practice a little bit more. I think in one of my other videos I mentioned doing aesthetic practices, and I think I said that as a joke, but I'm starting to think that's actually a good idea, to actually practice doing certain things beforehand. And I think the aesthetic room videos that I do are basically that form of practice for practicing those little aesthetics. So I think I should do more of those, and they seem to do pretty well. People seem to generally like them. So if you want to see more of that, be sure to let me know in the comments. I should stop saying let me know in the comments. I think by now you know if you want to say something, you should tell me in the comments. Anyways, but I think I might make more of those videos. I'll probably have that in the works sometime down the road. And also, generally for other content, I'm probably also going to do some more Minecraft stuff, so stay on the lookout for that if you're interested in that. I'm trying to kind of be more consistent with my video uploads and upload more, so I think I've started getting into a little routine and been able to at least post once a week, and if not, at least twice a week, or sorry, not twice a week, I mean once every 2 weeks, or more than that if I'm able to, but generally I think you should expect a video from me about once a week, maybe. Also, I forgot to say, but this build is not minimal packs. My last build was, this one is not, and I think that's fine. Generally, when I use a build in my own gameplay, I will use more packs just because I will be actively using it. And the only exception to this, not the only exception, but one exception to this was the Rochester one, which I am going to be using in my gameplay. But also, I thought it would have been fine to use minimal packs, and it was fine. It turned out good. It turned out really good, actually. I'm really proud with how that build turned out. But yeah, this one is not minimal packs, uses a lot of packs. I hope you're okay with that. I mean, I feel like most simmers are pretty used to that already, just because I think most builds tend to use a lot of packs. And I try to avoid that, but also I still do that sometimes. But I try to make some builds that people can use, so more people can use. And generally that just means that I use less packs or even just a base game. Although actually, I don't know if I've made a just base game build yet. I've used minimal packs, and also the first build I did was basically a base game except for like 2 things, which I probably should have not done, because I probably could have just replaced it with existing things from the base game and would have been fine, but whatever. Also, I think it's funny because I didn't even use the pack that the world was in, because it was in Copperdale, but I didn't even use high school years. I used Growing Together for some reason. Well, not for some reason. I used it for a fireplace, but literally right after I built that build, a new base game update came out, which gave us a new fireplace that would have been literally perfect for that build. So I don't know. The world's weird sometimes. Also, if you're gonna watch my old videos, which I mean, I would appreciate it if you do, but also just be warned, the audio quality not great, and also I sound depressed in it for some reason. So yeah, just be warned if you ever look at my old videos, which they're not even that old. They're not even a year old yet, which I think is kind of crazy. My channel's not that old. But yeah, the audio quality, the quality in general has definitely improved, at least I think so. So yeah. Right now in the build, I'm building a little recording studio kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure what exactly this family is supposed to be famous for. I'm thinking that the daughter is like into acting and stuff, and then the son is into doing music and stuff. And I'm not sure what the parents do. They're probably movie stars or something. I don't know. Maybe they're just rich. Maybe they're just famous for being rich. I don't know. I think it'll be fun to play around with that, and also just, I don't know, just see what happens. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to have some drama between the families. I'm not sure who is going to like each other, so since there's like the dynasty system that comes with royalty and legacy, I was thinking that I could have some of them be allies and some of them be enemies, but there's gonna be 3 families, so I don't know exactly how to do that because there's only 3 relationships. So maybe I was thinking that one of them could be allies, the other ones could be enemies, and then the other ones can just be like neutral with each other, which might be the best way to go. I don't know if I already explained it, but I'm sure it's fine to explain it. So basically there's going to be a celebrity family, there's going to be a royalty family, and there's going to be like a old money kind of business family. So the old money business family is inspired by like East Coast stuff, like I don't know, like the Vanderbilts or the Rockefellers or whatever. And then the celebrity family is just based on like new money, like celebrities, maybe tech billionaires and stuff. I don't really know. And then the royalty is just literally like European nobility. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I think that maybe the nobility and the business people can be allies. Like maybe they like each other or something, or they're somewhat cordial with one another. And then maybe the new money and the old money families, they don't like each other because I don't know, maybe they're more offended by each other. Or I'm assuming that the old money is more offended by the new money, and the new money probably doesn't care, but they're probably just like, oh, that's funny, let's entertain their little feud or whatever. And then I'm sure like the nobility and the new money family, they don't even know each other, so they're probably like neutral. They might know each other, but they're probably like, they don't have relationships, they don't have ties with them. They're just kind of okay, and they're just neutral. And we'll see how that goes. Drama will ensue, scandals will erupt. I think this is a good combination to, I don't know, make some mayhem, make some chaos. I don't know. I think the new money celebrity family is the only one that won't have some sort of political leadership position. So the royalty family, of course, has their royal family position. So they're like the king, the queen, and stuff. And then the old money family, I think, will actually be like the presidents. So like it's like a presidential family. So one of their family members will be like the president of San Myshuno or something, which I'm imagining is like the capital or whatever. But I don't think this family would have any political leadership position. They're probably just really famous, so that's probably their thing. But they're not like the president of Del Sol Valley or something, or just like, I don't know, the mayor of Del Sol Valley. They're not like that. I think they're probably different. Maybe it's like how Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California, so maybe they're the governor of Del Sol Valley, but also I don't think this family would do that, so probably not. I think that's fine. Maybe they're just famous, and then the other ones are just like into politics and stuff, and I think that's probably acceptable. They probably also own like businesses or something, so they might own businesses in like the Hollywood area kind of thing, so maybe that's what they do. Also, I'm imagining that each family would have a vacation house kind of thing, or like a second house. So this is their main house, and then they might have a second house in maybe Oasis Springs or something, or maybe like Tortosa. Probably Oasis Springs though, because it's like Palm Springs, kind of like a resort town. So I'm thinking maybe they just have like a little villa there, and then the old money family could have like a coastal Cape Cod kind of mansion, and then they'll have like a residence in San Myshuno. And then the royalty family, of course, they have their palace in Brightchester, which is what I built already. And then they might have like a country estate in like Henford-on-Bagley or something, which I think could be cool. I'm not sure how to do the old money residence in San Myshuno, because it could either be like an apartment, or it could literally be like the White House basically. And I was thinking of doing like a Capitol building kind of thing that's also kind of like a White House, so they live there. But that would be on Myshuno Meadows, which you can't change the lot type of. And I was kind of thinking of doing Myshuno Meadows, so it's basically like a mix between a park and a Capitol area. So maybe it's like part of it is, or most of it's a park, and then there's like one main building, which is like the Capitol basically. And they already have like a building on the Myshuno Meadows Park, but maybe make it just more Capitol-y, like make it look more like a government building and look really cool and civic and regal and whatever. But then also, that means that the family can't live there, so maybe they just go there for their work, or I just pretend that they go there for their work or whatever, or they just like go there for ceremonies, I don't even know. But then that means that they don't have a residence in San Myshuno that maybe is not an apartment, so they probably live in like a penthouse or something. Or they live in like a mansion that's on a different lot, like maybe somewhere in the Arts District or like the Spice District or something. Although the Spice District doesn't make sense because that's like the poor area, or at least I see it as like the poor area. Not sure if that's the intention of it, but I'm pretty sure it is, just because I feel like that's like the poor area, and then like they progressively gets more rich as you go to like the Art District, and then the Fashion District, and then the most rich is like the financial district or whatever it's called, like the uptown. I see that as like the financial district. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I see it as. I just think it's interesting though, because I want them to be kind of like an old money family, but then also if they live in San Myshuno, everything in there is like really modern and stuff, and especially if they live in a penthouse, that's all really modern. So then would they also be like tech billionaires or something? Which I'm not even sure how to do that. Because I was thinking that more the celebrities would be more on that side because they're like new money, but I don't even know. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably think about this more. Anyways, I've been talking about not the house for this entire time, so let's talk about the house a little bit. Right now at this point, I am decolorizing everything just because I thought it would look better without so much color, and I was kind of right. Not that it looks better per se, but it looks more like what I had envisioned, so I think that's fine. And right now I'm just building a little bathroom. It's a bathroom, you already know that. And then, I don't know, I'm just adding a bunch of stuff around. This house, I already said this of course, but It's not very minimalist. I think, I mean, it's a little minimalist, but also there's still lots of clutter everywhere, and especially the kitchen. I just couldn't help myself from not putting a bunch of clutter everywhere, but then also it doesn't look that minimalist anymore, so I don't even know. So, I don't know. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, I don't know, maybe don't let me know. If you want to let me know, you can, but I prefer that maybe you just don't. I don't know. I mean, no. I mean, like, if you don't like it and you have, like, constructive criticism, that is very appreciated. If you don't like it and you're just gonna say, I don't like it, period. That's it. If you say that, I don't know what to say. I mean, comments are welcome. So if you want to comment that, go ahead. But I would prefer it you have something constructive to say, something to offer. If not, I don't know, comment whatever you want. I don't know. I'm not the boss of you. I think I should do like an aesthetic build that's just modern, so then I can get a better understanding of how to decorate modern builds. I should also look at reference pictures and stuff. Yeah, basically I just need to prepare more. I just need to get more preparation, get more practice with the modern, because I don't have a lot of practice with it and I'm not that familiar with it, so it's a little harder for me to do. But I think doing like an aesthetic room video or something that's like, oh, building modern rooms, that might be good. Or maybe I build like a smaller modern house, and then it's just like, okay, so that's smaller. I'm not building a whole mansion, so I can get a little bit around the process of making a modern house, which I've actually made a few modern houses before, and actually I think they looked better before, so then I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it's just because I haven't built them in a while, and I mostly build like historical or not modern style builds, so I don't know. Well, if you're interested in that, let me know. I'll probably just do that anyway still, but I always appreciate comments. I should stop telling people to comment. I already said that, but yeah. Final thing, comment if you have anything to say. Period. That's it. We're done with that. Anyways, we're moving on to the upstairs, which is fine. Up here is like the bedrooms and stuff, and then I also put like this really big exercise yoga room kind of thing, and it doesn't look very good. It basically looks like a giant room that you scattered a bunch of stuff around, and that's how this room would look in real life. But this is not real life. This is modern Sims celebrities. Their rooms should be impeccable, but instead it looks like a realistic workout room, and it's like, that's not nice, because I don't know, everything has to be perfect. I don't know. It does look kind of realistic, but also I want it to be nicer, because it doesn't feel like a celebrity would have that kind of room. It feels like a celebrity would have it, make it look a little different. I'm not sure. It's fine how it turned out. It's functional, but it could look a little better. I think it would have been good if I didn't start out on a 64x64 lot, because this is basically, I started out on a 64x64 lot, and then I realized that I could not build on the entire lot, just because I literally could not stretch out the build that much, because, I don't know, I overestimated how much space I would need. So I moved it to the other lot. It fit perfectly, which was amazing. And yeah, I just moved it to the other lot, the smaller one that's in the same neighborhood. So yeah, that's there now. Although right now it's still in a 64x64 lot. I think next time I should just start out on that smaller lot, so then I could get a better understanding of the space, and like, I don't know, I just basically do it over. I'm probably not going to do it over right now, just because it already took so long to do, but I don't know, if you really want to see me do it again, I'll do it again, but like different, so then it looks better. I might do that. I'm not sure. It's still up in the air. We'll see what happens. I already have like a lot of video ideas that I already want to do, so that would kind of throw a wrench into things, but also they're not like set in stone. I basically just wrote them down. I'm just like, I want to do this, 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 maybe this, I'm not sure. So I just wrote down a bunch of ideas, and maybe what order they might be in, but right now this is what we're doing, and I could always just do something else in the future. Currently, I'm working on the like the main bedroom, so that'll be for the parents of the children. Yeah, the parent, it's implied that they're the parents of the children if they're the parents, but whatever, I don't know. But yeah, parents of the children, I guess, and the children's rooms will be in the other place. I say children like they're children. They're young adults, so they're not like really small. I'm pretty sure for all the families here, I'm going to use young adults, probably not any younger, maybe teenager, but also I already did like most of them already, and they're all young adults, and I think that just might lend itself to more drama and more fun anyways. So yeah, the children are all young adults, the parents are older, and I might have like one other family member that's not in the household, or like two, so like maybe like the aunt or uncle, or like I don't know, the cousin or just like the some family member, maybe the grandma, maybe the grandfather or something. They live in a different house, and that might just be like the main family lives in the main house, and then maybe the other family member lives in the like the country estate or whatever, or like the whatever vacation house they have, like their second house, and then they all go there on vacation or something as a trip. So yeah, I might have something like that. Might not, we'll see. Just because I don't want the families to be too big, but also I want them to be big enough to have enough, like, to have a good amount of drama and like have a good amount of like relationships and family members and stuff. So right now, most of them are around 4 family members, and then maybe like 1 additional family member. The royal family is 5 family members, and then I might have like an additional member of the family, like someone's uncle or something. I don't know. For this one, I might have like the aunt or something, or maybe one of the children moved out and is living somewhere else. I'm not sure. And then the old money family, probably some other family member, maybe the grandmother or the grandfather. Actually, I think the grandmother and grandfather would be good for that one. So maybe for the old money family, we'll have the grandma and grandpa live in the Brindleton Bay home, which it'll be in Brindleton Bay because I think that lends itself to this kind of gameplay. And then the main family lives in San Myshuno, and I'm like, oh, let's go visit grandma in like the beach house or whatever. But it's not the beach house per se, but it's like the New England Cape Cod kind of house, which a lot of old money families have those kind of houses, and I think that's just very fitting. So maybe for this one, the other kid lives in like the Oasis Springs house, or like maybe the aunt lives in the Oasis Springs house or something like that. So just whatever other family members, so then we can link together the dynasties without having them, I don't know, live in different houses, which they do live in different. I'm not sure what I'm saying. Just I think you get the idea. So we're gonna move on. This is the workout room I was talking about, and we've just moved on from it, but it's okay. But it looks fine. It just looks kind of scattered about. I added that one bed that comes with Gate Famous, the weird pod bed kind of thing, just because I was imagining it was some kind of like expensive spa treatment or something. But also some of the other houses have it, so like the pre-made houses with the celebrities have those kind of pod beds. I'm not entirely sure what they're for. I don't play with them a lot, but I don't know, they look like some sort of spa treatment. They look like something a celebrity would have, so I put it in there. This is the son's room. He has the biggest room for some reason. Not the biggest room, just like the biggest room amongst the children, all 2 of them. But yeah, he has a big room. The daughter does not have a big room, although I could probably make it bigger, and I probably will make it bigger. But as I upload this, I'll probably just leave it as is, and then I'll probably just modify it a little bit for my own gameplay once that comes around to it. Just because I'm kind of done with this build. I don't want to touch it again, so yeah, we're going to be done with it. I'm just going to post it to the gallery. I think it's fine how it is, especially because you're not playing with my family, so you can make whatever family you want and move them in here. So yeah, especially because the rooms I feel like are not very personalized, so you can kind of do whatever you want with them. That's kind of the thing with a lot of my builds. I try to make them not very personalized so that you can kind of do whatever you want with them, although I do try to add some personal touch. For one of my other builds that I did recently, it was like a bar for Strangerville. I made it very unpersonalized, but also I was trying to do that because I was thinking like in my own gameplay I can make it so that I can move my Sims in there, and then they start out basically with nothing, and then they can slowly decorate it with their own stuff as I go. Not entirely sure if I like that decision, just because it made the upstairs kind of boring, and I had very cool decorations for that previously in the previous version of that build. But it's fine. I'll put those back in. Although on the gallery it is kind of boring, but like you don't need my decorations. You can put your own decorations in there. That was the whole idea. So you can use it for a gameplay thing, but whatever, it's fine. I feel like I made this house a little too big, so at some point I deleted some parts of it just to make it smaller. And then also at some point, like, it's both too big and also too small. And also there's too many rooms and also not enough rooms at the same time, because I had to come up with new rooms to fill up the space. So like I added a movie theater, and I also added like a little office, and I also added like a little bar area. And I think, okay, if I redid this, which I'm very tempted to do, although I probably won't, but if I did redo this, I would probably come in with like more of a good plan, because that's what I did with my palace and it turned out very well. But I would come in with a plan. Now that I have the family already made, I already know about them, so like, okay, I can make their rooms more to their style or whatever. And I don't know, I would have just been more prepared, and it's fine. This build I kind of just started building and without a plan. and I just kept coming back to it. But I think that just made it so that it was kind of incoherent. My palace build, very coherent. I made it all in one sitting. But also I was very excited to build that one, so that's probably why. This one, at this point of the video, I was just trying to be done with it, because I just wasn't happy with how it turned out. I just wanted it to be done. But yeah, it's whatever. We're almost done anyways. Moral of the story: always be prepared, and also don't rush into builds or whatever. I don't know. If you want to see me redo this, I'd be more open to it now. So just let me know. So yeah. We have now approached the end of the speed build. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun YouTube things. I hope you know to comment by now, just because I reminded you like 10 times. Please be sure to watch any of my other videos if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching, and please enjoy the montage. Goodbye!